Noon tonight, we are sitting down for an exclusive interview with the U.S. Attorney right here in Arizona, discussing their investigation into a Phoenix motel that became a hotspot for both drugs and prostitution.
The owners of the Royal Inn have pleaded guilty, forfeiting the property and hundreds of thousands of dollars.
12 News journalist Sean Rice shares how the community now is benefiting from all this.
For many years, the Royal Inn Motel here in West Phoenix operated as a breeding ground for criminal activity. Documented prostitution, drug dealing, drug trafficking, you name it, it was happening here on property grounds. But now, thanks to a strong local and federal partnership, the owners of this business have paid back hundreds of thousands of dollars in fines, and the business itself is no longer operating. September 24th, 2024 is a day that brought relief for residents who live right next to the Royal Inn.
The roads are cleaner. We feel like we started walking our dogs actually, because I don't think we could have before.
A raid on the property by Phoenix police and the FBI was years in the making. U.S. Attorney Tim Corshane says the owners of the property were actively profiting from criminal activity taking place in the parking lot and each motel room.
They made sure that they were known as a place where ownership would not report you to the PD and you were safe to engage in your illegal activity because ownership had your back.
The indictment says Varsha and Nimal Patel, husband and wife owners of the Royal Inn, were renting rooms to people engaging in prostitution, directing them to attract buyers off property. It says they were renting rooms to people distributing drugs and alerting them of times when law enforcement was in the area. The FBI found that they were failing to ask for a credit card and ID in order to rent a room. But Corshane says it goes even further.
Cash for rents that would last anywhere from months to hours. Right? Once you see hourly rental agreements at a hotel for 2 hours at $120 for those 2 hours, once you start seeing that and done with cash, it already raised a red flag.
How do you think drug dealing, usage, prostitution happening in these places lessens public safety for a community?
You lose the ability for the normal citizens of that community to appeal to law enforcement. And then you lose the ability to predict what the person on the street is going to do. Are they going to be on drugs? Is there going to be someone trying to protect their prostitution racket there when you try to intervene and make a safe place for your kids?
Earlier this month, a strong local and federal investigation led to the owners pleading guilty to a felony. They agreed to serve 5 years on probation and forfeit nearly $750,000 in ill-begotten gains and pay a $5,000 fine.
Fathers who are dropping off their kids will not be solicited for prostitution as they drop their kids off at school. And the neighbors living in the community won't have to pass by and wonder what's going to happen next at this seedy, awful motel that is ruining my neighborhood.
In Phoenix, Sean Rice, 12 News.